Hey guys, so today I'm going to be beginning to explain what happened to me over the summer. And I look like this because I'm doing this on a whim and I just want to be as real as possible. So I wrote down what I'm going to talk about over the course of how many ever videos this turns into. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is the backstory. Also, this is my bipolar story. I'm now diagnosed with bipolar disorder, and as of right now I'm doing good, but I will make a video at the end to talk about that. So I decided to start with the backstory. So second semester, grade 11. A little bit before that, in first semester, I was hanging out with my friends too much. I didn't really set into the school mindset and want to be in school after the summer. Before that, my dog passed away and it was a really hard time, and I didn't know who I was really, and I just didn't feel like being at school and I couldn't really learn. So at lunch I would just hang out with my friends and we would just smoke weed because that's what made me happy. And I realized that in the summer, which isn't yeah, you can smoke weed, but I don't think you should rely on it to make you happy. And I really got caught up in that. So I dropped 2 of my courses, the most important ones, English and math, and I would just go in for my options. And then second semester I had biology, so I got super scared and I quit smoking weed because I felt like I couldn't focus. So I quit smoking, and that kind of made me lose my friends who were still smoking, and they didn't really care. They were just going to try to do it while being high, and I just couldn't. So that happened, and then slowly I couldn't sleep anymore. There would be nights that my brother and my dad would get up at 5:30, and there would be nights where I'd lay there and I knew I wasn't asleep, and then time would go by and I'd hear them wake up and get ready and leave, and then my alarm would go off and I didn't sleep all night. And that probably happened for months. Maybe sometimes I'd get a couple hours, just doze off, but I couldn't sleep. So then I went to the doctor, and one of the things for me is especially, I'm gonna try not to cry, I didn't want to tell anyone that something was wrong after my dog died, especially because I knew people who actually had depression, and I didn't want to say that because I didn't want to offend them, because I didn't know if what I was feeling was bad enough to be that. So I didn't tell anyone, and I actually wrote in my notes one day if you talk to the counselor, just say something. So I went to the doctor and I was freaking out, and I just started crying, and everything that I was thinking just came out. And he put me on these anti-anxiety pills for nighttime, and they were just very low dosage. My nose is kind of runny, sorry. They were very low dosage, and then I still wasn't sleeping. So after a while he put me on something stronger, and just about the end of the semester-ish I started sleeping. And then at the start of summer, a little bit before that, I started going out with my friend again and smoking. And at the start it gave me a lot of anxiety, and then after a while I kind of got used to it again. And then I started acting kind of weird, and the first thing I did was I started stealing the truck, or a car, and I did it a couple times to go hang out with people, And then one time I wanted to go watch the sunrise, so I was going into the city, and I pulled into McDonald's because I saw McDonald's, and they told me my drink was going to be like 11 minutes. So I waited for probably like 5, and then I was like, okay, whatever, like I don't need it that bad, I'm just gonna go. So then I drive like out of the McDonald's, and I look in my rearview mirror, and there's a cop car behind me, and I'm kind of like, oh shit, like that's kind of scary. I got scared, but their lights weren't on. So I just took a chance, and I turned, and then their lights turned on, and I freaked out because I had a pipe and weed because I was going to watch the sunset to smoke. So I like drove a little bit, and then I turned because there was like a little turn off thing, and then they came up to me and they're like, oh, are you drunk, like blah blah blah, get out of the car. So I got out of the car really fast, like I was just so scared, and I didn't put the car in park. So when I got out of the car, like it started going, and one of the cops had to go in there and stop and then bring it back. And yeah, I couldn't believe it. Like I was in the back of the cop car, and I don't know, I just didn't even process really what was happening. And then I got to the cop station, like I was joking around with them and stuff because I didn't know it, but I was in mania. So then they were telling me to do like balancing things, and I was like, I can't balance, like I'm bad at yoga, blah blah blah. And I don't know, it was just like they thought I was like really high because of my mania. Like even before I went to the hospital, like right before, I was in this drugstore, and the people, like the security guards, were looking at me like I was on meth, and it was just really bad. But I don't know, I didn't process what was happening. I thought it was like a joke because it didn't set in how serious it was. So they took a pee sample, and I knew then it was going to be positive because it was the summer, you know, I started smoking and stuff again. So I knew it was going to be positive. And then my parents came, and they were kind of like, I don't know, like even the cops were kind of laughing with me, and they're kind of like, what's so funny? And they knew that something was wrong with me. Like my mom just said that I looked off, like I was seeming off. And then we went back home, and I don't really remember what happened after that. I think I started like posting some stuff on Instagram, and then I don't know if I should get into the other stuff yet because there's a lot to it. So I think I'm gonna leave it off there. I'm gonna rewatch this and see how bad it is because honestly I'm super tired, so I'm sorry if I'm like really slow. But thank you for watching. Stay tuned for the whole story. I'll try to make these videos more regularly-ish, like at least within a week post the next one. So just so you know, next time we're going to talk about fighting. And I might insert clips of me after my live story, but I'm not sure. So let me know if you want me to. And yeah, as I said, thanks for watching, and stay tuned till the next one. Bye!